one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story comes to us from USA Today. This is a big story. This was everywhere on the news. Authorities say a police officer was killed and others were injured in what local officials described as a hostage crisis involving a man with gun and zip ties that culminated in a shootout at a York County, Pennsylvania hospital. Now, West York Borough police officer Andrew Duarte was fatally shot at UPMC Memorial Hospital in West Manchester Township after authorities say the gunman entered the hospital's intensive care unit and took staff hostage. Police shot the gunman dead, said authorities, but, quote, our West York Borough family is suffering a painful loss today in response to a tragic mutual aid call earlier today in West Manchester Township at UPMC. Our hearts break at the innocent loss of life. Now, police received the first 911 call of a threat to the hospital before 11 a.m., according to Ted Check, who's the public information officer for the York County Office of Emergency Management and the York County 911. The gunman entered UPMC Memorial's intensive care unit carrying a bag with a handgun and zip ties, according to York County District Attorney Tim Barker. The DA said the suspect held hospital workers hostage, shooting multiple people, including a doctor who was grazed and a nurse and custodian who are in stable condition. DA Barker said police were called and confronted the gunman who held a UPMC Memorial staff member, cuffing her in zip ties and holding her hostage. Authorities say police initially tried to defuse the situation. Officers went into the formation, and the suspect came into the hallway holding a gun and the staff member. And then officers opened fire, killing the suspect. 3 officers were hit by gunfire. 2 were described as in stable condition, but Officer Andrew Duarte was fatally struck, said Barker. Now, he says police were justified beyond any and all doubt in opening fire. Quite frankly, they needed to use deadly force because by doing so, they potentially saved even more lives, even as they lost one of their own, said DA Barker. Now, in a statement earlier, UPMC Memorial also said no patients were injured and the hospital is now secure. Governor Josh Shapiro expressed condolences for Duarte's family. Governor Shapiro said he was in contact with the White House. Quote, here in York County today, we saw the very best and the very worst of humanity. And of course, he's in contact with the White House, so the president. So the question there, since it said Governor Shapiro is in contact with the White House, because this is I guess, a huge hostage situation, but are they now going to try to develop some type of gun ban policy or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it, but it just when it says Governor Shapiro is in contact with the White House, I'm like, interesting. Because stuff like this goes on all across the nation, but all of a sudden, boom, he's calling the White House. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get a ban on guns. And maybe I'm reading into it. Anyway, I want to know what you all think about this story. Um, it's a huge story. Is when I was looking up stories to do, this one was just all over the page.